This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
Hey guys, and we are back for a little bit of happy hour action. We're getting into some Lucky 4 bingo, which was one of our favorite games out here. $13,141 of total prizes that you can win in 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Yep.
That's what I was going to say. 30 seconds from now, definitely get enrolled, press play, and we are streaming live on the Pilot TV player. Connect at pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch.
Absolutely, and in the next 13 seconds, you're going to get an opportunity at that over 13 grand jackpot. But don't worry, if it doesn't go out in this game, you'll get another chance right at 6 p.m. after we get done with those $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter we're going to be rolling into. But hopefully you guys are watching us on some of those brand new Pilot TVs that have been installed. And if you're at one of the locations like Smiley's Tavern, B&L Bar, Moen's Bar, Rodney's Tavern, Oleander Saloon, Big Dog Sports Cafe, or even the Lamplighter Bar, you're getting to enjoy us on a pearly new Pilot TV.
Oh, look at I'm Back is 2 balls away. Not able to win that mega jackpot, but is no longer in line to win that major prize. We'll see if we can give out this mini jackpot as a bunch of people are 2 balls away.
Absolutely.
I'm Back. We got quoted during our Twins broadcast. He's back from the Twins broadcast, playing some happy hour stuff.
Good to see you.
And I got the, I'm back quote. I mixed it up with the Shining quote, here's Johnny.
Yeah.
And I was like, I swear it was like, I'm back when he hit it through the axe through. And then he was like, I got corrected.
What's the I'm back from?
I'm
because
back.
The Shining was the first thing I thought of when you just did that.
When I
as
said
well.
the I'm back.
Yeah, I knew it's not what Johnny says, but you made me curious.
Will knew it so quickly, so now I feel bad that I don't know it. We do have a winner though on this Lucky 4 bingo.
Absolutely, it's Kramer over at American Legion Stillwater getting to take home that prize. Nicely done. I missed those lucky numbers, but we're riding on Curtis's wings tonight, and so hopefully he can help us out with those lucky couple numbers.
Yes, definitely. Definitely great stuff. I'm trying to find it as it's from I think from Independence Day.
Oh,
is that what?
See, when I think of I'm Back, with the first thing
I'll be back.
That's the Terminator. But I was thinking it's actually a Chris Brown song.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I'm trying to figure out what it is, but I can't find it, as everything wants to say everything wants to be the I'll be back from the Terminator.
Yes.
But Independence Day.
Yes. It's Independence Day.
Okay, sweet. I'm glad that I wasn't completely off. It was Independence Day. Good job. I'm back playing some bingo right now. But it was a different winner we had, as we had Kramer getting the win. Another movie reference right there, show reference. We do have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to get enrolled in this next game, and we should be giving out a prize in this next game, as that minor prize is at $400 and basically $50 at this point that you can win in 64 balls or less.
Absolutely, but you might as well take it home in 51 balls or less, because that major jackpot at $17,800 and growing is definitely a great one, and we're trying to give out today as well.
Yeah, I mean, what have we done already this season? Gave it out in 49 balls or less, 48 balls or less, 51 balls. I know it's happened multiple times on that major, so we'll see if we can give it out in these games right here, as it could be clicking up in these games, as it only needs to hit that 18 grand mark for it to click up from 51 to the next ball count. So super exciting games that we have in store for you guys, and you guys can get enrolled in this first one in just 1 minute and 43 seconds. While you guys are getting after it, we do have some jackpots to talk about, though.
Absolutely.
So we've had a great week of jackpots. Last week, we had 27 jackpots for the week, 445 for that season 11. Definitely a great season so far, and we hope to keep on growing that, get it over that $500 $500 mark pretty soon.
500 jackpot mark.
500 jackpot mark. Thank you for the correction. As we were able to add to that total 9 jackpots added over the weekend.
Absolutely love to see it. And we had McLovin getting it started out right over at Sherwood Lounge. You got to take home $1,057. I just saw a TikTok video of someone using the McLovin ID while they were going out in, I think it was either Chicago or New York, some city, and they let him in.
Really?
It had a picture of the guy from Superbad and everything.
That
and
is hilarious.
He handed it. She took one look at it and she goes, "Go on in."
That is hilarious. I think that would so many bar
bouncers would definitely let you in if you had a McLovin ID.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
It was amazing. I love to see it. But nice job, McLovin, getting our jackpot started off right.
Speaking of IDs, somebody for their little kid's birthday, I think he was turning like 6, 5, somewhere between 4 and 8. He was somewhere in between that age range, and they had done they wrote on like a piece of paper, put his picture on it, and like drew up like a whole ID that he was 21 kind of thing. And they were like, "Yeah, my man's going on his first bar hop. He's going on his first bar hop." And he was like, "Oh, we got to pick out his fit for tonight." And so he's out there like picking out his Louis Vuitton pants. Ooh. And he was feeling fancy. Tommy Hilfiger shirt.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, no, he was looking good for the bar hop, and he got into like every single bar that he went to, and he
so
I don't think they went actually went in, but every bar bouncer
let him in,
let him in at least the entryway, and gave him like a wristband, and it was super cute. And the kid,
adorable.
you could tell the kid got excited every single time, and he even had like a fake mustache on, which was hilarious, and he talked to every single bouncer in the deepest voice he possibly could muster.
That is hilarious. I mean, I would definitely let him in. I mean, it's obviously the bartender's not going to serve him. He's a child.
Oh, yes.
So if just for the purpose of like enjoying this kid's birthday, obviously the right thing would just be like, "All right, come on in, brother."
It cracked me up. But McLovin, great name out there, getting the play. Fake ID legend, I guess, from Superbad.
Yes.
I was looking up if Superbad 2 would ever come out, and
probably not.
There's always been rumors of Superbad 2 coming out. Like I see rumors from all the way back from when it first came out that they were like wanting to have it happen.
Their kids or something?
But then they just keep on not having it happen, and I think it's a lot to do with the cast and the people who are directing it can't come onto an agreement of how the story should end up going.
I can't think of the actual actor's name who plays McLovin, but I think it'd be very funny if they brought back Michael Cera and Jonah Hill.
Yes.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, and then the guy from that played McLovin, he looks so different now from what he originally looked like.
Really? I think his face looks exactly the same. He looks like he just grew up.
Oh, yes, but his face looks exactly the same, but he looks so different in the fact that he no longer looks like the geek that he once did. Like he's got like facial hair, like a full-blown beard.
Yeah.
I looked up McLovin, and then I'm expecting like recent photos of.
There it is. We do have a winner though, Mrs. Yags over at the Riverboat Depot, taking home that jackpot minor of $500. Tack on that must-go prize of $88 on that as well, and you're taking home a great jackpot. Nicely done on this first game on that very last 64th ball. Nicely done, Mrs. Yags.
Okay, he looks a little bit better than what I remember him as. I know he went through like a stretch where he looked really rough.
Yeah, I just watched him in a movie where he was portrayed pretty rough.
Was he? Was he? I mean, he has such a scraggly facial hair that when he grows it out, it
doesn't suit him.
Looks kind of rough. You know what I'm talking about.
Just a little rough around the edges.
But let's keep on going. McLovin, good jackpot. Next up, we had Caitlin over at Maple View Lounge 2, taking home $1,000.80.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Funky Funk, finishing off Friday right over at Carboni's Pizza. CR Billiards getting to take home a whopping jackpot of $4,201.
Yeah, good job. We also had Dino getting our Saturday started off right over at American Legion Forest Lake, taking home $616 $2.55.
Nicely done. And then next up on Saturday, we had Trying at American Legion Moorhead. Trying and doing the best they can, taking home a jackpot of $1,032.
Good job trying. We also had Jesse over at the Great Escape getting a win, but that was on Sunday, winning $726.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Ring-a-Ding over at Vic's Bar and Grill in Moorhead, taking home $626.
Yeah. Then we had a player that may get some deodorant with this winning. I Smell over at Duck Sports Bar and Grill, taking home $3,171. Will said the cheaper solution, just get nose plugs.
Oh, I was thinking just take a shower.
Then you you don't have to worry about it.
That's true. You just can't smell it.
Yeah.
You have no idea if you smell it or not.
Exactly.
You're just taking home the cash at that point.
So nose plugs, no cheap, 10 cents each.
Well, I mean, with a jackpot of $3,171, I don't think they're really worried about staying too cheap.
I mean, I would still want to stay cheap. That's not enough money to do anything. I mean, like, it's enough money to do something.
It's enough to fix your problem if you stink.
It is. It definitely is. You can get yourself.
You can invest in a lot more than just nose plugs with that kind of cash.
Exactly. It would. But that's a little bit. We always talk about the grand amount of cash. If you want a couple grand from one of these pilot games, what would be what would be your free spending that you would use that couple grand for?
Well, I would definitely start off with my student loans.
That's not free spending.
Then I don't know.
No worries in the world. We're talking about no worries in the world.
Probably just a vacation.
Just a vacation? Where?
Yeah. Anywhere warm. Anywhere where there's water. Anywhere
you
where
make
you
a
don't
decision.
have. I don't know. This is spur of the moment.
Exactly.
Where would you go?
I'm going to go to Bali.
Really?
Yeah, that's where I'm going to go. I just decided.
You just decided?
Yeah.
Not the fact that my friend's there right now? We've been talking about Bali.
I didn't even think about that. That was just the first place that came in my head.
They have places to stay in Bali as cheap as like $40 a night.
Yeah, I know we've talked about it before, even outside of our friend ending up going there. But I didn't even remember that she ended up going there. It was just the first place that came to my head. And, that's how you make decisions on this thing, because it's all hypothetical and it doesn't matter my answer. So I'm going to choose Bali as my place, and I would like to stay on a just mat on the ground, and I want to live as simple as possible there.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
Fair enough.
And engross myself in the culture.
Okay.
That
seems like a good trip.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing with the few grand that I got from it, because I didn't make a lot of money
I think
to be
I'd
able to
try
live
out a
this crazy
cruise.
lavish
I think
vacation.
I'd go on a cruise. I've never gone on a cruise, and I think that would be a very fun thing to experience.
That would be really cool. I've went on one cruise, I think, in my life. I think one. I don't remember it. I was really, really young last time I went on a cruise. So it was. So I would love to go on a cruise again, as I don't really remember the experience all too well.
Yeah, I would really like to do so. My family has never been one to be on a ship for too long, other than my grandpa, who was in the Navy. But I would definitely like to try it.
Would he go on a cruise with us?
Yes, he's actually looking at elder singles cruises right now.
I want to go on a cruise with Bobbis.
Absolutely, he would love that.
That would be super, super fun. I mean, I hopefully we could talk him into wearing the Speedo again.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I'm hoping for, is that he's rocked the Speedo.
Well, I'll let you tackle that.
Yeah.
That I'm not gonna worry about. But we do have some winners.
Yeah. Hauser is over at Outtakes in New Hope, taking home $23.40.
Nicely done. That was game number 2 already. We're getting enrolled in a game number 3, but we do have a final jackpot to go over. As finishing off Sunday right, we had Jay Pav over at Mama T's Castle Tap, who got to take home $686. Can't forget about that last jackpot winner.
Yeah, good job to all those winners during the weekend. And now we have 2 minutes and 15 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. Definitely get enrolled. Press play as we're getting enrolled into a game number 3 of Jackpot Hunter. Let's see. Oh, we are closing in that major. Only $91 for it to click up to that 18 grand mark, which we'll be watching out for, as it will click up in ball count at that point. That minor prize is coming close to that $100 mark again, as it only needs to hit that to click up from 52 to 56. So we're super excited about these games, and we're also super excited about the brand new E-Tab game that just came out last week.
It's super exciting. It hit the iPads last Thursday, and it is called Break the Bank. and you don't have to break the bank to take home some great cash. But you guys definitely want to be checking that out, and check out that awesome luck in that banker bonus round and pick that lucky safe in hopes of some big prizes.
Definitely some great stuff there. Now, do you have any favorite like rob the bank movies that you really like?
I really don't know. I don't watch a lot of like heist movies in general.
Yeah, I don't either, and so I want to look at a few and see if I know of any, just because this is.
I mean, the one that I remember watching most recently was that Ocean's 11, Ocean's 8. What's the one with all the female actresses?
I think it's Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11. I just watched that one, which was really, really cool, and they actually robbed, was it the Met Gala? Something like that. But yeah.
Oh, the most recent Ocean's 8. That's what it was.
Ocean's 8, yeah.
Ocean's 11 is the original one that came out in 2001.
All right, yeah, probably Ocean's 8 is my favorite heist movie right now. It was really enjoyable to watch, but it's probably the only one I can remember right now.
I can't imagine these actresses coming together for a decent like action movie.
Oh, even Rihanna's in it. It's like a huge, huge cast.
Like I just don't know how I feel about Sarah Paulson in like an action like bank robber role.
It's not. They don't rob a bank.
They don't?
No,
okay.
They're at an award show and they're trying to steal like a multi-million-dollar necklace.
Okay. It just doesn't, I don't know how I feel about it. It's interesting though, as I love
cast.
Sarah Paulson as an actress. I just don't know how I feel about her in that role. Sandra Bullock,
she's not like some like crime, like she's not like some action.
Oh,
she
no, they're
plays
con
like,
artists.
Yeah, she plays just like an average woman who's brought into this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got, I mean, really, really great cast for that Ocean's 8. As I mean, all the Ocean movies are
star-studded.
Have a really good cast. I mean, the original one, George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, so many great. You got
Don Cheadle. It's got Julia Roberts. Literally, all of these are super star-studded, but that's probably just the robber movie I've seen most recently. Maybe Baby Driver. I liked the music in that, but it wasn't like my favorite movie ever by any means.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of all the great, because there's a lot of really good robbery movies. Maybe Going in Style.
I have not seen that.
That's a fun one. It's one that I thought it was really, really funny. It's got Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, Alan Arkin, Anne Margaret, Joey King, Christopher Lloyd, Matt Dillon. So many big time actors and actresses in it. And it's just one of those like a bunch of old men in a retirement home kind of situation, and they all have to be brought back into some kind of fight.
Back in the action.
Yeah. Here it is. Lifelong buddies, Willie, who's played by Morgan Freeman, Joe, who's played by Michael Caine, and Albert, who's played by Alan Arkin, decide to buck retirement and step off the straight and narrow when their pension funds become a corporate casualty. Yeah, corporate casualty.
Okay.
Despite to pay the bills and come through for their loved ones, the three men risk it all.
Okay, so
by embarking on a dangerous adventure to knock out the very bank that took their money.
All right. Well, we got Chip Sucks over at Brian's Bar and Grill in Stillwater taking home that must-go prize of $37.80. Nicely done. Yeah, no, that seems like a really fun premise of a movie. We haven't really seen like pension scenario gone wrong ever done, so yeah, that's fun that they come out and try and get some cash.
Like,
in
who doesn't want to see like the dynamic between Alan Larkin, Michael Caine, and Morgan Freeman? Yeah,
like I've seen the trailer for it, but I've just never seen the actual film.
No, they're really, really funny, and they do a good job in it. So I'll go with that one just because it's got a great mixture of comedy, action, and all that in it.
All right, well, I'll have to watch it.
Well, try out Break the Bank, our own little robbery simulator that you can try out and win some huge cash.
Absolutely.
But you can also see a preview of that e-tab on our Facebook page. Search up Pilot Games and you'll see our logo. Click on that and you'll see weekly bingo schedules, event details, and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. There's also a website link on that Facebook page, which is our link tree. You click on that and you'll have links to bar locations, socials, socials, pgl.world. I mean, so many different options on that Facebook page. Definitely go check it out, as you can find anything that you may want.
Oh, yeah, you name it, we have it. And especially because we're going to be posting a little bit of a poll going on to see what your guys' feedback is on Break the Bank. So go check that out, and then go to our Facebook page and give us a little bit of your info back on there.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff. And we have a great full day of bingo that's been mostly played already, as we got started off with a Cup of Joe with Jordy.
Absolutely.
That ran from 11:30 all the way to 11:50, as it does every Monday through Friday. And we went over all the great jackpots that are available right before you guys got into a little bit of Twins Bingo. Now, unfortunately, we were not able to give out that jackpot in Twins Bingo, and so it's going to be growing and rolling to tomorrow, as it has grown. It was at $2,500 coming into the day, and has grown even larger heading into tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, so definitely come out tomorrow and try your hand at it. And not to mention the great jackpots we have on the line each and every day during the 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Hunter that's played directly after Twins Bingo, going all the way from 1 to 4 p.m. There's always that minor, major, and mega on the line for you guys in there. And it's super fun with those rules, because that minor, every $50 increment, it increases 4 balls that very next game, capping off once it hits 64 balls or less. But the cash amount will continue to grow before it goes in your pocket.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there, and great stuff in our happy hour as well, as we are already in our happy hour, and we're having a blast already.
Oh, yeah.
We got ourselves started off with, but didn't give out the Lucky 4 Bingo jackpot. That was
That's
worth
okay.
$13,000 heading into it. But that means you guys will have another shot, especially if you missed out. Lucky for you guys, we'll have another shot at 6 p.m. for that 13 grand jackpot. So definitely stick around for that, as well as stick around for all these great games of Jackpot Hunter that are running from 4 all the way till 6. Right now, we are in game number 4 with that minor jackpot already clicking over the $100 amount. That means in the next game, if it doesn't go out in 52 balls or less, it's going to be clicking up from 52 to 56.
Not to mention that major inch in its way towards $18,000, and that very next game, that ball count's going to increase as well. So get enrolled, get that cash plan in this game, and hopefully we can give out some great prizes today.
Ooh, exciting stuff. And I'm also excited for our last chance of Lucky 4 Bingo, another shot at 13 grand at 6 o'clock, as well as some big-time money opportunities during that Skull Bingo that runs from 6 all the way till 10. Some of our biggest jackpots are available in that.
Yeah, not to mention that line prize already starting out the day at $236. You can take that home in 10 balls or less. We also have that large frame at $1,478 at 43 balls or less. And then this coverall prize is definitely something you need to be trying your hand at. $64,410 on the line in 50 balls or less. We have done way more with way less ball count, so definitely try your hand at that Skull Bingo, especially because you get a full 4 hours uninterrupted tonight. That's right, it's going to be going from 6 all the way till 10 p.m. But if you guys want to come out for our specialty nights, tomorrow is when they kick off.
Yeah, our specialty nights get kicked off tomorrow with a MegaSota game night. It starts at 6:40 every single Tuesday, and you got a bunch of PGL action, some high-low action, even one game of the game you're playing right now, the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter. Then there's the grand finale game, which is super fun. It's the $1 edition of Jackpot Jungle that you can take home $9,557 in if you win it in 54 balls or less.
Oh yeah, but don't miss out, because Wednesday night we got some real action going on as well. Our Wild Wednesday kicks off each and every Wednesday from 7 to 9. But before I go into detail about that, we do have a winner.
Jess over at the Depot Express in Alexandria, taking home $45.20 on that Musco prize.
Nicely done. But if you guys come out for that Wild Wednesday, you guys are going to be getting an opportunity at a ton of fun PGL-style games, tournament-style games, a high-low game in there itself, and the 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Jungle that ends off that night, and it has a jackpot of over $12,164 that you guys could take home in 52 balls or less.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff on that Wild Wednesday, as well as MegaSota game night. They're great. Great nights to earn some good cash and some good money. But you guys will have a shot at some good money in just 2 minutes, as that minor jackpot jackpot has clicked up from 52 to 56. Super exciting stuff. That major prize is over $18,000 now, and so we'll see what that clicks up to after this upcoming game. And then that mega prize is at 100 grand. That's at 43 balls or less. Ooh, that minor prize has gotten over $200. So if we can keep it over the $200 mark, it will be clicking up if we don't give it out in 56 balls or less to that 60 balls or less.
Absolutely. So definitely try to get as many people enrolled in the next minute and a half as possible. But we do have some fun national days to go over for you guys.
Yeah, the first one being National Homefront Heroes Days. Each year on May 9th, National Homefront Heroes Day honors millions of civilians, past and present, who provide support to service members from the home front. Dedicated heroes roll up their sleeves, support neighbors, communities, and our nation at home while service members are abroad. As a result, service members have peace of mind knowing their family, business, and communities are taken care of at home.
Yeah, that's a great day to shed some light and a little bit of appreciation on these home front heroes.
Oh, I mean, what would we do without them? The fact that they were able to just really help out. I know those home front heroes were huge players in World War II. That was like a huge deal where a lot of missions were even succeeded overseas just due to the encouragement of that. They didn't have to worry about what was happening at home. They had people there, support systems helping them out, and they were able to go out, complete missions successfully, and come back home to a home that was ready for them to come back.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you guys know any home front heroes, give this day to celebrate them as they do everything they can to keep us safe and keep our homes running smoothly.
Oh yeah, definitely some great stuff there.
All right, but we do have some more national days to get into as well as you guys are getting enrolled in this next game. That minor jackpot is at $222. Ooh. If it doesn't go out in this game, it's going to be clicking over. But we hopefully can give out some great prizes here as we get into this next national day, as today is also National Alphabet Magnet Day. Beautiful letters and clever language come together in one celebration on May 9th. National Alphabet Magnet Day recognizes the ingenuity and creativity of those making words from magnetic letters.
Oh, love those magnetic.
Did you have those on your fridge as a kid?
No, I did not. I had a lot of friends that did, and I think I had it was at like some point my grandparents' fridge had them, but it wasn't a huge thing in my own household to have those alphabet letters.
I never had them in my home.
Yeah, so it was never my home, but my grandparents had them.
Yes,
and
same.
I always got so frustrated with them.
Really?
Just because I never have enough letters.
Really?
Like, I'd never have the amount of letters that I needed to write whatever word I wanted. I remember, like, sitting there being like, okay, I'm gonna put this word up on the board this time. And then I would go to spell out the word, and then I'd be like, oh, I can't spell it because there's not enough letters. And then I'd be like, okay, I'll do this one instead. And then I would go try and put it together and be like, oh, wait, I don't have enough letters for this one as well. And so it was always just a not good cycle where I just get upset that I couldn't make the word.
My grandparents actually kept theirs up for the entirety of our lives.
Really?
I think only a couple weeks ago my grandpa finally took them down.
Oh.
Yes, they were up for a very long time, and they constantly tried to spell both my name and my brother's name, but there wasn't enough what was it? I don't think there was enough A's or something like that to spell.
Or N's?
Something like that, yeah.
Because that would totally make sense because there's Hunter and Jordana.
I couldn't
both
remember,
have
but
N in it.
yes, but there was something that there wasn't enough of.
Okay.
And it was just always chaos of like us trying to steal it from each other's names.
That's what it was for my siblings as well, is we always wanted to have our names spelled out, and there was never enough letters to spell everybody's name.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, it's a battle. It's a battle, you know.
It is.
We do have a winner though, as they missed out on the jackpot, but took home $70.80, and that's Catmint over at Harry's Bar in Hill City, taking home $70.80.
Still a great prize. Nicely done. That was game number 5 already. We're getting enrolled in a game number 6, and we're going to be seeing what is happening to that minor and major and ball count in just a few moments.
Yeah, I want to see what happened with that one, as obviously the minor's clicking up from 56 to 60 balls or less, so that means if you win that in the same amount as you did last time, it's gonna be going out at that 60 ball count. But the major prize, Look at that. Clicked
Oh,
up
yeah.
from 51 to 52. Exciting stuff. $18,000 on the line at 52 balls or less. Definitely worth getting after during these games.
Absolutely, but you guys should be trying to get that minor jackpot over $300 in the next 2 minutes, because if it doesn't go out in this next game and it gets to over $300 in this enrollment screen, that ball count's going to be ticking up to 64 balls or less for you guys, and that's when that minor is basically a handout, and so you guys should definitely be getting enrolled.
Yeah, and we're already in a game number 6, so might as well do so. And we were talking about National Alphabet Magnet Day. Now, I love those magnets, but I also love different magnetic things. And do you have any favorite magnetic things that you remember, or the fridge item, like things like bottle openers that stick on the fridge or whatever it is?
Okay, as a kid I had one, and now I have a different one.
Okay.
So when I was a kid, do you remember those like dark gray metallic magnets that were shaped kind of like this almost, that were like
diamonds?
Kind of, but they were like soft edges. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No,
oh
I
my
don't.
goodness, I cannot remember the name of them to save my life, but they were specific magnets that were super fun to play with.
Did they go in the fridge?
No.
Oh, are you talking about the ones that you throw them together and they scatter together kind of thing?
You can.
Those are but that's what they're originally meant for, is doing those kinds of stuff with them.
Sure,
and they're
I'm not really
fidget,
sure. Yes, they're more like
magnets.
fidget toys than actual magnets.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about now. Yes.
I loved those as a kid, but now would probably be like my magnetic can opener or bottle opener.
Bottle opener?
I have, because it's got a little wave on it, and I can't remember what it says. But it's definitely something that my mom and I got matching ones whenever we were on vacation. Love that thing.
See, I have a top.
Falls off all the time.
I have
now,
a top
but
one that pops into my head.
Okay.
That was the first one that I said during the Twins broadcast.
Okay.
Was Bakugan. The little circle dudes that you threw onto any kind of metal, and it would open up to a dragon type dude or whatever it is, and absolutely love those. Never actually knew what how to play the game of it,
no idea.
but I love those little things, and they're super fun, just as little action figures. But
it would have been fun if Pokemon did something like that with their little.
With the cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the card system, though. I felt like the card.
I don't know enough about it. I just think it would be cool if they had a magnetic Pokeball that opened up to the character.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty cool. But
as you were saying,
then I really thought about it. I was like, what's my favorite magnetic thing? And it doesn't even come close. There's the one that just tops everyone, and it's not even close. Connects the little balls with the little connector pieces that connect up all together.
Oh my goodness! And they were basically like the magnetic Tinker toys, where you got to build little things.
Whatever it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are by far the best magnetic toy to ever come out.
It definitely changed mine. That is by far. I spent the most time playing with that. Not to mention my little OCD self when I was a child. I think this really helped me kind of decipher that I might have OCD. But I would do I'd make sure they were all separated by the time I was done playing with them by color.
Yes.
And I'd have all the colors in those long sticks of all of them together.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, these aren't what the Connects are a different thing that I played with.
Oh.
As I really like these as well.
But I know what you're talking about.
Yes, I'm trying to think.
Yeah. I'm not sure what they're called.
Yeah, you got they are called
Witka?
Yeah,
No.
that's what I'm seeing, but it's just magnetic ball and rod set. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
The majority.
The building sticks.
Yeah, building sticks, whatever it is. Those were by far the best thing ever.
Absolutely. I
Absolutely
completely agree.
went crazy for them. I mean, the amount of just giant pyramids
Yes.
that I built off of them, and how upset I would get with my siblings trying to add on to my pyramid is just ridiculous. It was super funny. We do have Kibby over at Lucky's Tavern taking up $84.80 on that must-go prize.
Just one ball away.
Yeah, that means that minor prize is clicking up from 60 to 64 balls or less.
That's right. Hopefully we can give out a jackpot in this next game. That was game number 6. Congratulations to Kimmy taking home that must-go prize. $84.80 going in your pocket. But hopefully we can give out this minor jackpot in this next next game.
Yeah, no, those are by far the best toy ever. Love those magnetic builder kit things.
Absolutely.
Super fun stuff. Well, happy National Alphabet Magnet Day. Definitely a day to celebrate. We do have Europe Day. Every year on May 9th, Europe Day recognizes the diversity of the world's second smallest continent. It is also a day that the European Union, the EU, celebrates peace and unity in Europe.
Very cool. I've always wanted to go to Europe. You've been to Europe, haven't you?
Yeah, I want to go like do an actual trip that goes like fully through Europe.
It?
Like, cause I haven't been like to a lot of like there's like barely any places that
you've actually been to.
Yeah, and so like I want to do a train ride all the way through like every single piece of Europe that I possibly can. I want to like if I do want to do like an actual stay there, if I wanted to like stay like a weekend or a full week somewhere, I'd probably want to go to like the Norway, Sweden area. That's a place that I've always wanted to like go and like relax there because it just feels like I could ride on a bike and just like enjoy that. Like that just feels like that could be enjoying.
Oh, absolutely. There are so many places in Europe I would love to travel to. I've never been really out of the country even. And so this is definitely something that I would love to do.
What's the farthest you've been?
I've been to Acapulco, Mexico when I was the ripe age of a year old, and then I have been to Windsor in Canada.
So Canada and Mexico is the farthest you've ended up
Yeah,
going.
I've never left North America.
That'd definitely be a really fun task to go on. As Europe, I mean, is a super fun place to go.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my mom is even planning a trip with her best friend to go to Paris in the spring next year, and they're super excited about it. Her and her little girlfriend, they're like waiting and dying and to plan their itinerary and where they want to stay. But, yeah.
Yeah, let's see some Europe fun facts. You want to go with the first one?
Absolutely. And you guys might know this. It's not like completely like what is the word? It's not very surprising. It's not very surprising at all.
Oh, okay.
But the Louvre is actually the most visited attraction in Europe.
That very much surprises me.
Really?
Yeah.
People go to Europe to see this museum. This is where the Mona Lisa is.
Oh, yeah. No, I figured that would be, but like the Eiffel Tower, or like.
Yeah, but. Yeah.
Like I'm just surprised that the Eiffel Tower, the Leaning Tower,
the Arc de Triomphe. There's a bunch of different attractions in Europe. I mean,
I'm surprised that this is the like most visited attraction, as this like I don't know this just off of if you just said the name of this place without the picture representation, I would have no idea what you're talking about.
Really?
Yeah, no, I have no idea.
Oh, this is a museum I've wanted to go to for like the majority of my life.
Oh, I've wanted to go to this museum for forever.
Yeah.
Like I like one of my early childhood movies that I absolutely loved actually had scenes from this museum, and I very iconically remember it.
Are you talking about the Back in Action, Looney Tunes Back in Action with Brendan Fraser?
I don't think so. I think I'm thinking of like an actual movie.
Because there's a Looney Tunes movie with Brendan Fraser in it, and they travel to Europe and they go in the Louvre, and them, Eddie, what's his name? The shotgun with the, is it Eddie Munster? No, not Eddie Munster. Elmer Fudd.
Oh,
it's got Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny, and they go and travel into different famous paintings in the Louvre. And it's like it's super fun. It's definitely a super fun kids movie.
Yeah, let's see the Louvre movie appearance. It's in Red Notice, The Dreamers, Wonder Woman 2017, Midnight in Paris, 3 Days to Kill, Lupin, the Da Vinci Code. It may be the Da Vinci Code, The Age of Innocence.
There are so many.
I feel like it might be Midnight in Paris too, for some reason. That the 2011 it might have sparked my interest of that.
All right.
But super interesting. I think that would be a really interesting place to go. But surprised that it is the #1 seed attraction.
Yep, we got New Me over at Wild Boar Bar and Grill, taking home that minor jackpot of $485.75. Tack on that must-go prize of $126.60. Nicely done. You're taking home a whopping jackpot.
Yeah, over $600 on that one. Definitely some good stuff for New Me. Now we're going to be getting enrolled into a game number 8. And don't worry, that major prize is still on the line, so might as well win it in 52 balls or less. Take the minor and the major prize and get some huge amounts of cash.
Absolutely.
We do have some more Europe fun facts, as Iceland doesn't have mosquitoes.
Lucky them.
I wish we didn't have mosquitoes.
Me too. Oh my goodness. That would be such a happy life if there was just no mosquitoes anywhere.
Okay, number 3 is cards from the Queen. Okay, one of the most random facts about Europe is that if you live in a Commonwealth, you can get a letter from the Queen of England if you celebrate your 100th or 105th birthday, and every year after, or your 60th, 65th, or 70th anniversary, and every year after, you'll get a congratulatory card from Queen Elizabeth herself.
Really? That's very cool.
I know. I want, like, when I'm older now to, like, go move to
my
Commonwealth
goodness.
just so I can get letters from the Queen.
I just saw a video of the Queen standing behind her grandson who was making brownies, and he was just, like, jamming the spoon into the brownie mix, and it, like, startled her, and she had, like, her personnel, like, take her away from her grandson who was just, like, aggressively stirring this brownie mix, and she looked genuinely frightened, and I was just like, I wonder if she like actually cognitively knows what's going on.
I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, the Queen of England, I would love to get a card from her, though.
Absolutely. The clips of her are just hysterical. In my
Oh, they
opinion,
really
though.
are.
Like the video of her getting very excited by cows, where she just looks so sad sitting there, very stoic. She doesn't have any real facial expression, and all of a sudden they brought cows out for whatever event she was at, and she was like, "Ooh, cows!"
That's so
and it
funny.
was like, see, even the Queen of England herself has to announce that there's cows when you see them.
That's so funny. I always am surprised though with the fact of people who are from England hate when people make fun of the Queen.
Oh yeah.
Like they absolutely hate it. But like I've always been just like confused by that because and like I do get it because it's the Queen. You got to respect the Queen, but I'm like we don't respect our presidents. We don't respect our like any kind of authority here in America. Like what are we like like it just is a foreign concept to be like no, you got to you can't make any kind of jokes about her or that's disrespectful. When like here in America, you can make like if you make a joke about somebody, it's not necessarily disrespectful towards them.
I
it's
mean,
just
half the
making a joke.
conversations that happen about politics are usually jokes in this country.
Oh, for sure. So it's interesting, but I would die for a letter from the Queen.
Absolutely. So. I feel so prestigious. Oh my goodness. But this is actually a very cool fun fact. There's more chocolate that's bought at the Brussels airport than anywhere else in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
About 800 tons of chocolate is sold every year at that airport, and we know you can't resist picking up a box or two on your way through Brussels.
That's awesome. Norway has knighted a penguin.
Really?
That's interesting. Did you know that there's a penguin with more aristocrat than you? One of our favorite fun facts about Europe is that Scotland's zoo is home to a knighted penguin named Brigadier Sir Niles Olav III. He's the mascot of the
Colonial in Chief.
Yeah, Colonial in Chief of the Norwegian King's Guard, and he's the third king penguin to serve. The first Sir Olav penguin served between 1972 and 1987.
Brigadier Sir Niles Olav III.
Yeah.
The Knighted Penguin.
The Knighted Penguin. So that's hilarious. There's
Very
there's a
distinguished.
penguin with a higher status than you.
The third penguin to have the highest standard.
Yeah, hey, good for him. We do have Player over at Brickyard Bar and Grill taking home a whopping total of $37.20. Good job, Player, getting a win in this game number 8. We are now going to get enrolled into a game number 9 with all these jackpots to continue to grow as we get into this game number 9.
All right. Well, did you know that St. Peter's Basilica is the largest church in Europe?
That doesn't surprise me, though. That's some huge churches.
I would love to see the churches there.
Oh, that's something that I've always wanted to see is being able to see all that incredible artwork that's within it. Stained glass. I mean, that's only part of the artwork that's within those cathedrals. It's just a very, very pretty sight to see, and one of those wonders whether you're religious or non-religious. It's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece that I definitely want to see. Next up, the Kingdom of Denmark is the oldest monarchy in Europe.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Did you know you're never supposed to clink your glasses in Hungary?
Oh, why?
While you may be used to saying cheers and clinking your glasses with friends, you should never do this in Hungary. This custom goes back to 1848 when Austria defeated Hungary in the revolution. The Austrians celebrated by clinking their beer glasses together while toasting their victory. And ever since, Hungarians have not clinked their glasses during a toast. Instead, you should say something in Hungarian and look at your Hungarian friends in the eye before taking a drink. Okay.
Okay, well, the more you know. Well, those are some fun facts about Europe. And so happy Europe Day. It's just Europe Day.
Absolutely.
Next up is National Sleepovers Day. This kind of, for some reason, the description only talks about girls in it, but this really relates to every gender. On May 9th, National Sleepover Day provides an opportunity once again for girls to confide in their friends in a way that can be inspiring, therapeutic, and confidence building. Sleepovers play an important role in both friendships and in memory making. It's a time where women and girls share stories and realize there is the more we are different, the more we are alike.
That is really funny. I have some very, very funny memories from the slumber parties I've had in my life.
Oh my goodness, this got me and Will on such a random tangent of different things of those sleepovers. And the biggest thing was that we all talked about how dead we'd come back after sleepovers.
Oh my goodness.
Because we lived our lives like I was a 8 o'clock bedtime, 7 o'clock bedtime growing up kind of kid. And so when I'd go over to these sleepovers, they would let us just stay up as late as we wanted. And so I would pull all-nighters because I thought that was cool. I was like, I want to stay up as late as I can. I don't want to sleep at all. And so you just come out and you just be just absolutely dead. And then we got into the big example of it, which was not me, not Gabe, not Sophie, not those siblings. Ben, the middle sibling. He was the worst of them all, as he would come back absolutely just
zombified,
bloodshot eyes from never closing them, playing from Minecraft from 8 o'clock at night all the way till 8 o'clock in the morning. That's how the whole entire charity story that I told on air one time came to happen, where we stuck straws up his nose, and he woke up at the charity event that we were at as we were packing those boxes
I remember
to
that.
send off.
Yeah, because the night prior he had stayed up the entire night in a total Minecraft.
Yeah, and so
binge.
he was in a Minecraft comatose, and we were able to prank him a little bit. But it's just how those things happen. You'd always end up just so sleep deprived after those sleepovers.
Well, like normal girl slumber parties, you guys do makeovers, you talk about boys, you dress up, you listen to music, whatever it may be, you play Dance Revolution.
At least that's the movie.
That's like the stereotypical slumber party, right? Me and my friends, though, I had a group of girls that I hung out with like every single weekend. And any time that we got together, we would put on comedy skits and post them on Facebook.
Really?
And people would tune in for our sleepovers and give us ideas and skits, and like we would post like those truth is videos those for people. Like,
Truth is.
Like, we would give our honest opinion about them, which was always superficial. Like, you're my best friend. I love you.
Oh, I forgot the truth is.
Yes.
Like for truth is.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. I
And
forgot
so
about those.
we have, like, clips on Facebook to this day of us doing, like, the singing car scene from Step Brothers when we were, like, 12. Or, like, just these random skits that we would put on. And we felt like movie stars. Like, it was so much fun. But looking back at it, they were so heavily embarrassing. Like,
Oh, for sure.
oh my goodness, I cannot believe we just put that out there with full conviction.
We do have Catmint over at Harry's Bar in Hill City, taking home that $41.80 must-go prize. Good job, Catmint, as we're going to have our eye on that minor prize, getting over $100 as we get enrolled into this game number 10. Game number 10, it won't be clicking up from 52 to 56, but in game number 11, we have a pretty high likelihood of it clicking up from that 52 mark to 56 balls or less. Unless we get it to 200, then we'll just skip over the 56 and head right to 60.
Absolutely. And you guys still 2 minutes to get enrolled, so grab your buddies and grab some cash and get enrolled.
Well, do you have any horror stories from sleepovers?
Probably when the same group of girls, we found a magic marker that was in her mother's office, and we drew all over her face, and it was the day before cheer pictures.
Yes.
And it didn't come off.
Oh.
And we got in so much trouble that the cheer pictures actually got rescheduled because she couldn't be in them. Wow. And so, yes.
That's terrible.
That was
So
pretty
you
bad.
were the instigator of the horror story.
Yes, I was just part of the guilty party.
Yeah, yeah.
I just helped find the marker.
Exactly.
My friend Ashley was the artiste. She drew all over my friend Jordan's face.
But
Poor girl.
you were there.
Bless her heart.
I
but
mean,
I was so guilty by association.
Oh, standing by and watching.
Yes. I thought it was just like one of those expo markers. Like, I thought it would just wash off.
Yes.
No.
No, it was like permanent. Could not get that thing off whatsoever.
Well, it was all white with a black cap, and so we had no idea, but it was up on her mom's office bulletin board thing. What do you mean?
Is it like, what kind of ink was it?
It was like those thick black marker tips.
Oh.
Like, I thought it was an expo marker. Like, I thought it was just a dry erase board marker.
But it was like a Sharpie.
But it was permanent. It was like for labeling things. And because she worked for a big company, whatever.
Yes.
Beside the point. But
that is terrible. Okay, so my horror story now, where it has nothing to do with me being guilty. This is about me having something terrible done to me.
Okay.
And you know how most people, like when you do the pranks for sleepovers, it's like draw on someone's face. The same thing you just did.
Yeah. Shaving cream,
tickle, whipped cream, tickle.
Whatever.
Same exact thing. Put your hand in hot water or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Well, I think they wanted to do the whole shaving cream tickle kind of thing or whatever it was.
Yes.
But they didn't have any shaving cream or whipped cream or anything like that. So they used the next best thing that they had in the room, which was Cheese Whiz. And it was absolutely disgusting.
Oh,
so
my goodness.
I woke up. I didn't wake up from them putting Cheese Whiz all over me. They didn't put it on my hand and like tickle. They like put it all over me and then just let me sleep. And so I woke up with Cheese Whiz completely covering my body, completely in my sleeping bag, just everywhere, not realizing that I was also coming down with something. So I was ill, waking up fully covered in Cheese Whiz, puking everywhere.
I was going to say, that would make me nauseous.
Just absolute disgust everywhere. I thought about ruining every single friendship that I had there. I was so upset. I was just so mad at everybody at the entire party. Like,
I just picture a little kid, you just so mad at everyone.
I'm so upset.
Oh,
I'm so upset. I'm like, who thinks to put Cheese Whiz everywhere? Like, and then doesn't wake the person up. Like, just lets them sleep in the Cheese Whiz.
Of the night.
Just lets them.
Oh my gosh, you didn't wake up till morning?
No, I didn't wake up till morning.
That is so gross.
I slept in the Cheese Whiz
that
all night long.
Mean.
I mean, it was a sleepover. I'd spent like the entire night like trying to stay up, and then I passed out.
Yeah,
I wasn't waking up to anything.
Kid. Oh my goodness, yeah, I bet you were out.
Oh my goodness, it was terrible. I was so upset by it. I mean, when I tell you, like, I was trying to think about like ending all those friendships. I was 100% thinking about ending all those friendships.
See, the biggest prank that ever got pulled on me was like that phase where girls would put each other's clothing in the freezer for them to wake up to.
Oh, yes.
And I just didn't think it was funny.
Yeah.
Like, I just didn't get it. I was just like, haha, guys, you got me. I'm just not going to wear this on my way home. Like,
Yes.
ooh, I'll just throw it in the wash for my mom. Like,
Yes.
I just didn't get it. And they thought that they were, like, comedic geniuses. And I was just like, good one, guys.
Oh, this is actually back when I was it was a counselor for a trip, and I went on a trip, and I was doing middle school boys, and I was leading them. But I remember there was a huge thing in the middle school girls about an event like that. Before I get into it, though, we do have Jess over the Depot Express taking home 51 cents, and I mean $51.40 on that one. Good job, Jess, getting the win, and that means that minor jackpot will be clicking up from 52 to 56.
Absolutely. But as you were saying?
Yes, the story, they decided to, this one girl, they decided to put, like, all of her clothes for the entire trip in the freezer.
Aww.
And I remember it was just a terrible event. She was so distraught about it, didn't know how to do anything. Like, so, I mean, there's an event where the prank, I guess, worked.
Yeah.
And you had to wear the clothes.
Yeah, that stinks. That poor girl.
Yeah, and
I was just more kind of just peeved. I was just like, thanks, guys. Now my clothes are cold and wet, and I have extra clothes still to put on. Like,
yeah, but
woohoo.
they decided to, like,
just ruin her trip.
absolutely ruin the trip for her and just have all the entire clothes just be frozen, kind of thing.
That poor girl.
And it's, I that was just one thing I remember, and I was like, why would you do that?
Yeah, it's
like,
just not nice.
What is up with that? That just seems like a weird thing to do. Because I never heard of putting your clothes in freezers. And
Yeah,
like
it
I
was
was like,
more
how did no dude like do that? Like just chuck someone's boxers in the freezer. Like it feels like that would be a perfect prank for guys as well. But
Yeah,
that
it was
never
more
happens.
of a girl thing.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't get it.
No. Well, happy National Sleepovers Day. Definitely some great and some crazy memories that come from those
Yeah,
sleepovers.
please don't cover your friends in Cheese Whiz.
Yeah. Oh no, I still
ruin a kid's day.
I still partially think I was sick because of
the Cheese Whiz?
laying in Cheese Whiz all night.
You're just smelling cheese for like 12 hours.
Well, I'm just like rolling, marinating in
in the Cheese Whiz.
in the Cheese Whiz, like not even good cheese.
No,
Cheese Whiz.
just fake cheese completely. Yeah, not a good one. But we do have a tastier National Day up next. But guys, remember, please no Cheese Whiz at sleepovers. But we do.
I wasn't even a fan of Cheese Whiz. I didn't even like Cheese Whiz on my crackers. Which makes it even worse. Like, I didn't use that Cheese Whiz at all.
If you liked Cheese Whiz and they did that to you, I feel like that morning getting sick after it, it would have ruined any good thing you had about Cheese Whiz.
Oh, yeah, and if I ever had a shot at liking Cheese Whiz, it was out the door.
Out the door at that point.
Yeah, I'm like never. I've had maybe Cheese Whiz once after that.
Yeah, I can't tell you the last time I had Cheese Whiz. My father was a big
I don't remember the last time
guy.
I've seen Cheese Whiz, to be honest.
Yeah. Do they still make it?
I'm sure they do.
I'm sure they do. People love that stuff. But our next National Day is a definite yummy one. It is National Butterscotch Brownie Day, my friends. National Butterscotch Brownie Day on May 9th each year recognizes a delicious treat. Butterscotch brownies, also known as blondies or brookies, which is a brownie and a cookie, made their debut before the chocolate brownies, actually. Recipes date back to the 19th century when they were made up of flour, brown sugar, butter, eggs, powdered sugar, and vanilla. Walnuts, pecans, or butterscotch chips are often added as well to those brownies.
Yeah, I was very surprised when I found out that the brookie came before
The brownie.
The brownie.
Yeah, that is very, very interesting.
Because I always thought of it as the combination, as someone being like, ooh, I want to combine these two.
Yeah.
And then, like, the combination happened, but really,
it was more like they wanted to make cookie bars.
Yeah.
First. Interesting.
I mean, it makes sense that the cookie brownie
dough was made into that.
because of how much earlier the cookie was found before the brownie. But
still, I never would have thought that they would have come first.
it just never would have occurred to me. I could use a good brookie though.
Absolutely.
I haven't had one in forever.
I almost got one, I almost got us one the other night when I saw that a local fast food restaurant started making these like cookie brownie things.
Really?
Yeah.
What place?
It was Rally's.
Really?
When I told you they were getting all those new menu
Rally's,
items.
Checkers, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever it is over where you guys are at.
Yeah, no, they just got a whole bunch of new menu items, and yeah, they got a new cookie brownie
They
thing.
got a brookie?
Yeah, but it's like the top layer of it is brownie, and then the bottom layer of it is cookie.
Ooh, that sounds super, super good. Oh, good old blondies. I like all the names for the brownie cookie combo.
Yeah, it looks like this.
Okay, that looks really, really tasty. Okay, well, maybe I'll have to give it a shot today, as it is, butterscotch brownie day.
Absolutely.
So why not?
I did just get like a brownie ice cream.
Ooh, add it all
Yeah, it
together.
says like
and
Brownie
mix it
Brick
all
Road
up.
or something like that. I'm pretty excited about it, my friends.
Ooh, sounds super, super tasty. And we got a winner, Ryan, over at Wild Bill's Sports Saloon in Blaine, taking home $68.20.
Nicely done, Ryan, over at Wild Bill's Sports Saloon in Blaine.
That's funny, Ryan. Now we're getting enrolled into a game number 12 of the broadcast. And we'll see if, that minor jackpot is going to be clicking up from 56 to 60 balls or less in this one. Super exciting stuff, and should be having a good shot at going out in this game, as you guys got 2 minutes and 13 seconds to get enrolled in this one. And if before that 2 minutes get close up, we're already over $300. We're going to talk about if we got over $300 like a hypothetical, but the $300 has happened, and so that means if we don't give it out in 60 balls or less in game number 13, it will be clicking up from from 60 to 64 balls or less.
Absolutely, but hopefully, guys, today you can celebrate a little bit of that butterscotch brownie day.
Yeah, next up, we got National Moscato Day. On May 9th, raise your glass and toast to National Moscato Day. Moscato, or Muscat in Italian, is one of the oldest known varieties of grapes group grown in the world.
Really?
Interesting.
I would not have expected that. I am a big fan of Moscato myself.
Yeah, I wish I knew more how to taste the differences in wine so that I could understand.
So Moscato is typically a sweeter wine, and it's very, very sweet compared to other wines. But there is red, white, and pink. And that pink is closer to like rosé, that like pink Moscato.
Yes, no, I know like that the differences between white and clear,
And, like,
and the what Moscato, but between all the different ones and how the differences between that. I want to be able to drink a glass of wine and be able to tell that it is that it is a Moscato, whatever like it is. You know how people could just they could just drink a wine and they just know exactly what it is.
Yeah, no, white Moscato is super close to like a Riesling. That's probably my favorite type of Moscato is white.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite, or do you not really know your preference yet?
No, I don't know my preference yet. I need to.
I like a good red as well.
I need to do a little bit more wine tasting for myself, as I haven't done a lot for my own taste of wine.
Yeah.
A lot of my
we're just
wine,
now acquiring the taste for wine.
Yeah, all my wine drinking has come off of the backs of other people who drink wine, and so I would love to be able to just go to a vineyard and go test out a bunch of different wines, see which ones I really like, because I know the tastes just go different for everybody. Every person is different about what flavors they can taste and what they prefer, and so I would like to be able to do that and make a decision on what my favorite is.
See, I would like to know the pairings of wine. Like what type of meat goes well with what type of wine, or fish with wine and things like that. Because there are very specific pairings that are supposed to go together or complement each other. And so that is something that I would really like to know.
I hate wine with food. So that's an issue for me, is I just don't like any kind of alcohol with
beverage,
food.
Yeah.
Like any kind of alcoholic beverage
I understand
is just not something I like with food. I like if I ate a full meal and then I went and sat on the couch and drank myself a glass of wine after, I would much more enjoy that than drinking my glass of wine while I am enjoying my meal.
I understand that completely, because my mother is very much a dry red wine drinker. Like, the more bitter, the better.
Yes.
And she drinks it with everything. Like, she'll have just a glass of Pinot Noir with literally anything from sushi to chicken parm, like anything. And she just loves it. And each and every day, at the end of the day, she's like, oh, I'm so full, da, 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 da. And I'm just like, maybe because you're drinking a very heavy wine pairing with every single thing you eat.
Yeah.
But she absolutely loves it, so I'm not going to be one to interject.
Yeah, interesting stuff. Well, let's talk a little bit more about Moscato wine, as
All
Moscato is known for its sweet flavor. We already kind of talked about that. Moscato wine is famous for its fruit-forward flavors of peaches and orange blossom. You may also find notes of lemon, mandarin, pear, or honeysuckle.
All right. Yeah, Moscato is one of the oldest wine grapes in the world. And you're not getting punked. Moscato grapes are actually the oldest wine grapes in the world, which of why you'll find them growing almost everywhere in France, Italy, Austria, Greece, Israel, as well as Australia. The world is full of Moscato-rich wine regions.
Wow, that's super, super cool. We do have a split win between Jeff at Country Lounge, Catmint at Harry's Bar, both splitting up $81.60 in this game number 12. We are now getting enrolled into game number 13 with that minor jackpot clicking up from 60 to 64 balls or less.
Absolutely, and things are about to get interesting, so get enrolled and try and get this jackpot in your pocket.
Yeah, there are 5 different styles of Moscato.
Really?
When it comes to this sweet nectar, there's 5 major styles: sparkling, semi-sparkling, still Moscato, pink Moscato, red Moscato, aka black Muscat, and desert Moscato. The most popular version is is an Italian wine called Moscato d'Asti from Piedmont, Italy. It's a semi-sparkling, light-bodied sweet wine with tropical fruit flavors and a low ABV. It's if you've had Moscato in the past or are looking at trying one in the future, this style is probably your best bet.
Interesting. And this goes alongside with something that I was just talking about, wanting to know how it pairs. Moscato actually pairs best with Asian food, and I definitely did not see this coming. Because Moscato is low in alcohol and high in sweetness, it pairs perfectly with spice. Thai, Indian, and Vietnamese cuisine, such as curries, dim sum, and pho, are best served with a chilled glass of Moscato. Think aromatic spices like ginger, cinnamon, and cardamom.
Wow, that's really cool.
Absolutely.
Definitely can get behind that. Adding the sweet flavor definitely would complement it well. Moscato is loved by artists like Drake, Nicki Minaj, Soulja Boy, and Lil Kim. I don't even know who Lil Kim is, but
really?
Yeah, who's Lil Kim?
She was just really big in pop culture in like early 2000s and 90s and stuff. She's like known for her little tiny gold bikinis and big fur jackets and stuff.
Oh, does she not actually do anything?
I think she's a singer for sure, but I'm not sure if she's been an actor in anything. She's definitely had a lot of work done over the years.
I've never even seen her. I've never seen that face before.
Yeah, her new face is a lot different than it was back in the day, but
okay.
she's known for wearing very out there outfits and stuff like that.
Ah, interesting.
I can't believe she's gotten this much work done. I have not seen her in the last like 5 years.
That's really, really interesting. Well,
she loves Moscato.
Yeah, since 2005, Moscato has been featured in verses by various hip hop artists. Parts of Moscato's popularity can be attributed to these pop culture cameos. We raise a glass of the sweet stuff to that.
Absolutely. And not to mention, Moscato has a surprisingly low alcohol content. While most wines range in an alcohol content of about 12 to 15%, and even up to 20 sometimes, Moscato's generically lands between 5 and 10%. All right. Yeah.
Super interesting.
Very interesting.
Well, happy National Moscato Day.
I know Moscato is like the first wine that people who don't usually drink wine dip their toes in. I know Barefoot Moscato is like broadly bought with college girls.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's probably the easiest to drink, especially if you aren't used to even drinking alcohol, because it barely tastes like alcohol.
Yes.
Next up on our National Day list, though, is National Lost Sock Memorial Day.
Oh, I feel this one.
Yeah, on May 9th recognizes a fun and unique holiday, National Lost Sock Memorial Day. It is a time to say goodbye to all of the single socks, the ones where their mates have been lost to the unknown. Where do all these missing socks go? Is there a washing machine in heaven? This is a question people have been trying to solve for many centuries, and answers may never be found to this problem, and life will go on. How sad to have lost such a close-knit friend.
That was funny. But no, this is definitely a very funny National Day. I think this is something that every single person who does their own laundry can relate to.
Oh my goodness.
It's inevitable at this point.
It's almost aggravating. I mean, it is aggravating.
It is completely
just
aggravating.
because you always are losing like certain pairs of socks. I always
and
know.
it's never the pair that I don't care about.
Well, exactly, because like the pairs you don't care about, you don't care. Like you probably have lost them and you just don't realize it.
Exactly.
We do have a winner though, winning a jackpot. It's a split win between Gunner at Outtakes and one of our big-time pilot players, Yags370 over at the Riverboat Depot. They're both splitting up a $487 minor prize, added on with a $109 Musco coverall prize.
Absolutely, you guys are splitting that up and taking home some great prizes. That was game number 13. We're about to be getting enrolled in a game number 14.
Ooh, exciting. Really, really good stuff. But do you have a memorable lost sock? Like favorite sock that you just went away?
I do, in fact. It was a pair of dress socks that I bought out of the men's section from somewhere, and it had various avocados on it all over.
I remember these socks.
And I still have the one in our sock
have I
bin.
never seen the duo?
I don't think you've ever seen the duo.
Okay.
I can't tell you when I've lost it, but it's heartbreaking. I cannot part with the other one.
You just want to keep on holding on to it.
I'm hoping that because I still have my parents' house that has like a portion of my socks. I have the home I live in now that has like the primary source of my socks. I'm hoping that at some point I will find its pair.
I get that.
Holding on to hope.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day you'll find it.
Yeah.
I don't have any of that that has happened to me recently because I wear such plain socks now. I had it a lot more like in high school and middle school and stuff like that because I had those Nike Elite socks, Adidas socks, and like specific athletic socks that I'd wear to games and stuff like that. So I'd lose socks then because I had like specific ones that went with each other. But now I just wear either white Nike socks, white Adidas socks, or gray Hanes socks. That's pretty much all I wear now. And so when I lose one of those, I don't ever notice because I got
There's
like
a surplus.
80 other ones. And so I haven't had that loss in a while, but I do get it as like today. I mean, today it's more because I don't have any clean socks. But
today you're wearing two mismatched socks because you couldn't find the pairs.
But that's more due to cleanliness than like actual loss of those socks because I know those socks are still in the laundry somewhere. I just don't know where they're at. So
fair enough.
They'll come around. I'm wearing like a bicycle sock on one side, and I'm wearing a nice like diamond geometric pattern on the other. I think it's pretty fun. I would bring it up, but I'm not feeling very flexible today, and so
bring up your ankle up here.
I brought up my shoes up for them before.
Really?
Yeah. I got new shoes one time the day of a broadcast, and I showed them my new shoes.
All right. Are they the ones you're wearing now?
It might have been.
You were pretty excited when you got these.
I think it was my red ones that I got.
Oh, those are pretty spiffy.
Yeah, it was my first game day. I had worn them and so I was pretty excited about wearing them for the game day, and so I got really excited and showed everybody on air.
Well, that's all right. Well, today is National Lost Sock Memorial Day, and so if you are holding on to that one final sock and you've lost its pair many eons ago, it's time to part with it. I think today might be the day I get rid of my avocado sock.
Do you have anything else that's been lost in the void of just the apartment, house, whatever?
I'm sure there has. I'm sure there has. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, though.
That's just disappeared.
Yeah. Has there been anything for you?
I'm trying to think of something that's disappeared just in the void. I have a monkey stuffed animal from my childhood that has been just disappeared. It was at my apartment. It was in the apartment that we both stay at now. You haven't seen it since we moved in together because it disappeared during the first year of me living there before you moved in. And I have no idea where it went. I never took it anywhere because I don't like use my stuffed animals. It was like thrown under my bed or something like that. And I can't find it. Can't find it no matter where I look.
2 apartments ago, there was a couple of my tops that just like went into the abyss somewhere, and I just thought like, oh, lived with 3 other girls, like bound to happen. Yeah, and it ended up being the case, but I think she purposely took them because I just went on Facebook. I told you about this, where she had went on a trip with a group of friends, and her friends were all wearing my different tops, and I was like, huh. That's where they went.
That's where the tops went.
Yeah, they were like some of my favorite, like just like cute girly tops, and
that's so funny. Well, I mean,
and
you
a
could have
little new
pulled
group of
what
friends.
our other broadcaster Will
goodness.
ended up doing, and he must have left the jacket at one of his friends' places, and he used to work with him.
Yes.
And they didn't ever return. They stopped hanging out and everything like that, separated. But 4 years down the road, we are all going to the movie theater together.
Yeah, this past weekend.
And before I get more into this story, we do have a split win between Danny at Double Wide. Sherry won over at American Legion Kissen, splitting up that $57.60 Musco prize.
Nicely done. That was game number 14. We're getting enrolled in a game number 15 already. But as you were saying, this past weekend, we finally ran into that person again.
Yes, we saw him, and he was wearing the jacket.
Yes.
He was wearing the jacket. And Will was like, that's my jacket. That's the one I lost 4 years ago that I have no idea where it went to. Mm-hmm. And so it's really, really funny. And we're talking with your sibling and his significant other, and we're just saying our byes as they're going back to their hometown, and they had just came to our town to watch a movie with us, which was really nice. So we're talking with them, and as we come back, we literally see Will like taking the jacket off of this dude's back, like as he's leaving the movie theater, and we're like, what is happening? And then I hear though the buddies that are with the guy that wore the jacket, like not Will's buddies, we're talking about the buddies of the guy who wore the jacket, being like, well, if you wear the jacket in front of the person you stole it from, I guess you got to return it. And I was just cracking up listening to it.
So funny.
And so he ended up getting his really nice Adidas jacket back.
It was a nice jacket, and he was like, how did this end up with you? And he was like, I don't know. I found it in my closet. And Will was just like, how did it end up in your closet, man? Like
Yeah, and so then just speaking of, I feel like that's also things that happen where it just gets lost in the abyss. And I consider it getting lost in the abyss of like my apartment. But it's really, I like wore it to a friend's house, and I ended up losing it at the friend's house.
Yes.
And they have no idea that it's mine, and it just ended up staying in their clothes rotation.
Yeah, it definitely happens. I've had that happen to a few things.
You know, super, super funny stuff. Well, happy National Lost Sock Memorial Day. Get rid of those socks that don't have a partner.
Absolutely, but we do have some Twins news to go over, as you guys have just about 40 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. And Jorge Polanco delivered another key hit, and the Minnesota bullpen combined for 6 3/3 innings of shutout work as the Twins sent the Oakland Athletics. Really? That's their name?
Yeah, the Oakland Athletics.
Really?
Yeah, it's the Oakland A's.
Okay. Well, the Oakland Athletics to their 9th straight loss, 4-3 on Sunday. The Twins have swept 3 of their last 5 series and won 14 of 17 since the beginning of season 4-8. Minnesota star outfielder Byron Buxton didn't play for the AL Central leaders a day after an early exit. He is day-to-day with a very low-level right hip strain. The Twins have continued to win despite shortstop Carlos Carrera being out with an injured finger.
Yeah, so good that even though with our guys being out, some of our star players, Byron Buxton and Carlos Carrera, not being there to help us out, we were still able to pull out the win.
Yeah, absolutely. That's super exciting to see. They do have another game coming up just tomorrow when they go up against the Astros. That's going to be taking place at about 6:40 for you guys tomorrow night.
Yeah, and we checked in with Carlos Carrera's injury,
Yeah.
as we were really worried that it was broken.
Yeah.
And it turned out not fractured. He's just day-to-day, some swollen and soreness in that finger.
Yeah.
But he'll be back just as good as he ever was in just a few days,
All
kind of
right.
thing. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to push it to come back for this first game versus his
What do you
former
think?
team.
He just like dislocated it or something?
I would guess that it's just like it got hit by a really fast baseball. And
it just hurt him.
and it bruised whatever bone and whatever
Yeah.
it was. That would be
Alright.
my guess is what happened. So glad that Carlos Carrera can get back going for us, and hopefully Byron Buxton can get back in our rotation again, as we want those two guys to be healthy for the entirety of this season, as it's been working out, as we've been 18-11 this season so far.
Absolutely. But if you guys want to show some support for our Twins in the meantime, we've teamed up with them for the awesome eTabs game, Twins Win. You can play it at any time. You guys are playing Pilot, and it is a lot of fun. You can pick a lucky batter in the Home Run Derby bonus round and win some Grand Slam prizes.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. Actually, the Oakland A's, they were the first professional baseball team I ever went to. Game I ever went to.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
That was the first time I went was because I think my cousin got drafted to the Oakland A's.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that was the first one I went to. I ended up going down into like the little tunnel where they all walked out,
Yeah.
and my cousin got like every single player to like sign a baseball for all me and my
Aw,
siblings and stuff
yeah.
like that. It was really, really cool, and I
That's
still have
sweet.
those baseballs down in our basement area.
Very cool. But we do have a winner.
Yeah, we got Surges over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, taking home $56 on that game number 15. Now we're getting rolled into game number 16, but with a minor clicking up from 52 to 56. Should be some super exciting stuff.
Absolutely. But that's really exciting that you got to experience that. My first baseball game was the Tigers.
Really? How old are you when you did that?
Maybe 8.
Really? That's
Yeah.
super cool. I always love my first memories of professional sports because my perception of everything was just so off. And like my
I
first
had no idea what was going on.
like my first football game,
I just got a
thought
hot dog like this
I thought I
long.
was watching kids play a football game. Like my
Really?
first NFL game, I watched the
'Cause they were so
Jacksonville
small?
Jaguars, and I was up in the nosebleeds, and they were so small from down there, as I thought they were kids playing football, and I was like, why? I didn't even think
Grasp
of the
the-
concept of adults playing the game.
That is so funny.
And so I thought we were all just there to watch some kids play
Well,
football.
I lived like maybe 20, 30 minutes from Comerica Park. So like, I was just like right there. And my dad always had a connection to whatever was going on in Detroit at the time, whether it was at Comerica
Yes.
Park, Cobo Hall, Fox Theater. Like he always had the in of what was going on in Detroit. And so he was always trying to take us to cool things, even though I had no concept of like what was actually happening. But it was so fun. I remember I got a hot dog that was like, I don't even know. It was like a big boy.
I did not like the baseball games at all. Like as a kid, they were
Really?
just way too boring for me.
That's how I felt about my first Lions game.
But and that's how I felt about professional sports in general for the first bit was
I just
as a
didn't
kid,
understand it when I
as
was
a
super
kid I
little.
didn't enjoy like just sitting down and watching the sport.
I bet.
I was very obsessed with playing every single sport I could, and now I absolutely love watching the sports. But as a kid, it was just hard for me to sit down and watch.
Well, you
watch
also
people
had
play
just
it.
like unbridled energy as a kid.
Oh, for sure.
And
I
so for
was-
sitting for a 2.5-hour sporting event, I can just guarantee it's like pulling teeth for you.
Oh, well, all
as a
me and my
child.
siblings trying to trying to get all of my siblings to sit down and relax for an entire professional sporting event just was not our thing. So,
Yeah.
I always looked forward to when we could go down though and get signatures from the team, and
Oh,
we got to
yeah.
meet all those players because those are some of the coolest memories I ever had as a kid. Because I was like, oh, I want to be one of these guys. I want to be at the top of the sports kind of thing. And so I always looked up to him, and so getting the signing, the baseball
Little
sign from him
inspiring.
was always really, really cool as a kid. Even though baseball
Yeah.
was one of my worst sports I ever played. Absolutely hated
That's
baseball
alright.
in general, ever playing it. But it motivated me for other sports to want to reach that
Yeah, be a
level.
professional.
Yeah, I just thought
Very
they were so cool.
Yeah, they are. I mean, it's a huge accomplishment.
Oh, for sure. But we do have balls dropping in this game number 16 with that minor prize clicking up to 56 balls or less. If it doesn't go out in 56 balls or less, it'll be clicking up to 60 balls or less. Super exciting stuff. But earlier today, we had a little bit of Twins Bingo action,
Absolutely.
which had people earning points towards our Twiking zone. And our player standings have been pretty static as of late.
Absolutely. But I'll hop right into these players' top 10. In 10th place, we got Bryzo at the Atomic Star Tavern, sitting sitting with 95,000 points. With 98,000 points in 9th place, it's Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar. 8th place is Pooba over at Brian's Bar and Grill, sitting with 99,000 points right ahead of him. In 7th place, we got Yo-Yo over at the Riverside Store and Tavern, sitting with 119,000. With 124,000 points in 6th place, we got Bobo at Corner Bar and Goodhue. Next up in 5th place, we got Mikey Wins, our big riser from last week, sitting over at Broadway Bar and Pizza Chaplin, sitting there with 128,000 points. 4th place is GTZ over at Sal's Bar and Grill, sitting with 144,000 points. It doesn't feel right saying GTZ at Sal's. It needs to be GTZ at the Midi.
I know, it does feel weird.
Feels very weird, but GTZ is accumulating enough points to be impressive as itself. But in 3rd place, we got Simbob over at Bedrock, sitting with 155,000 points. 2nd place is Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven, sitting with 175,000 points. And in 1st place, with an accumulated 222,000 points, we have Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine.
Oh, good job to all of those players. Let's get right into those locations. In 10th place, we got Main Street Pub in Kimball with 155,000 points. With 178,000 points in 9th place, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. I know I've already seen that location out there playing today. In 8th place, we got VFW Blaine with 186,000 points. With 230,000 points in 7th place, we got Our Place on 3rd and Faribault. 6th place is Steve-O's in Crystal with 242,000 points. 5th place is Corner Bar in Goodhue with 267,000 points.
But we got Jess at the Depot Express taking home that $54.40 must-go prize in this game number 15.
Express.
16.
Jess? Like it. Jess at the Depot Express.
We love a good rhyme over here if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, we do. I will always express my love for a rhyme. But I also will express my love for a minor. Clicking up in a ball count, 60 balls or less for that minor prize. Super exciting stuff, $250. And if it gets over $300 while you guys get enrolled into this game number 17, there'll be some even more exciting stuff in store, as if we don't give it out in 60 balls or less, it would be clicking up from 60 to 64. But I got some more stuff I need to talk about.
Absolutely.
The Twiking Zone. Because in 4th place, we got Eagles Rochester with 275,000 points in the Twiking Zone. 3rd place, we got American Legion Fridley with 331,000 points. In 2nd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven with 443,000 points. With 712,000 points in 1st place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park. Definitely a crazy point total for VFW Spring Lake Park. Can't believe they've already gotten into the 700,000 point club.
I know, it's absolutely insane. I cannot wait to see what kind of records are broken in this tail end of Season 11. But if you guys want to be trying your hand at some great jackpots other than our regularly scheduled bingo, our eTab side of things is the place to be. Right now, we're listening to a little bit of Cash Chaos. It's super, super fun. It's one of our favorite OG games.
Yes,
but
it is.
We have already released 4 different ones for 2022 already. So don't worry, we have over 50 different charitable eTab games that you guys can choose to play at any time. They all have huge prizes up to $1,500, small bets between 50 cents and $5, awesome bonus rounds, and free play as well.
Oh, yeah. Do you have any eTab that you'd like to highlight other than the brand new one, which is Break the Bank, and the one that we're listening to right now, Cash Chaos?
I always pick between Going Bananas and Penguin Palooza, as I should.
Okay, so are you going to choose between those two again?
I think I might change it up a little bit.
Really?
Yes, I think I might go with House on Haunted Hill.
Ah, great game, great game. And that makes it even better because I'm going to choose Going Bananas. And that is purely because I want to talk about a little monkey thing that I found out today. Have you ever heard of the Monkey War?
No.
Well, apparently there was a war between monkeys that happened from 1974 to 1978. So a 2-year war that happened between these monkeys that I guess was huge.
Wow.
And there was a whole breakdown of it. And I just saw this on TikTok, and so I had to learn it up, look it up on how it happened. But in 1971, one of the monkey tribes began to splinter after the death of its former leader. Over the span of 8 months, the separatist monkeys, which included 9 adults and their young, claimed the southern portion of their territory as their own and formed their own clan. a brother duo named Charlie and Hugh would occasionally lead a war party of 6 males north into enemy territory to fight the strength of the original tribe.
Really? I had no idea this was a thing.
Yes, but first blood wasn't drawn until about a year later, in 1974, January 7th, by a war party of 6 males from the original tribe that ambushed a southern male as he was eating fruit from a tree. The northerners approached silently as he was not aware of the presence until it was too late. He jumped down, ran, and all the males from the original tribe were on his heels. I don't know how they kept all this in track. Like, who's videotaping these monkeys for this entirety of this time? But it just seemed like ended up turning into a huge conflict. Over the next 4 years, more of the tribe's males were picked off in similar manner. The second victim was beaten to death for 20 minutes by 3 other males. Next, there was just so many different violent acts between these 2 monkey tribes. And I don't know why I wanted to bring this up, but going bananas was my easiest transition into it. And I just didn't realize that this could be so big within 2 animals just going at it.
We do have Kim over at Lucky's Tavern taking home, just missed it by 1 ball, but getting to take home that $77.80 Musco prize in this game number 17. Nicely done, Kim. I cannot believe this. These are going to be chimpanzees, by the way. These are just chimps, and there was only 1 survivor of the original clan.
No, it's absolute ridiculous that it spanned over 4 years.
Who documented this?
4 years of this happening. Of these separatists, after the tribe went into shambles when the original leader broke up 4 years prior, it just caused this giant war between basically the civil war of these other monkeys and just it's absolute insanity, and it just kind of talks about the intelligence of those the species as well, as they have such a strong sense of group and bonds and stuff like that. So when they leave and stuff like that, that actually means something to them. Yeah. It's not just some random monkeys can just join up with these different tribes, family tribes that they have.
That is absolutely insane. Well, if you guys want to know more about it, it's called the Monkey Wars.
Yeah, it's as easy as that. I think it's got an actual name for it, as it's
the Gombe Chimpanzee War.
Yeah, that's what it is. Maybe play Going Bananas. That's
it's a little bit nicer.
Yeah, it is. 100% nicer, as you can take home some cash.
No monkeys will be hurt.
No monkeys will be hurt in the process of that one. We got 1 minute and 3 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. With that minor jackpot being over 64 balls or less, we have huge hopes that's going to be going out in this game number 18. So definitely get enrolled, press play. That major prize, win it in 52 balls or less, you'll be almost taking home 19 grand on that one, as it's at $18,980. Exciting stuff. And we have a little bit of music history to get into.
Yeah, it's a pretty exciting one. On this day in 1992, Bruce Springsteen performs live on network TV for the very first time when he's the musical guest on Saturday Night Live, while Joe Pesci was the host.
Good old Joe Pesci.
cool.
Bruce Springsteen, obviously iconic.
Yeah.
Really cool to hear that was his first live performance.
Very cool.
It just surprises me that the live performance would be on some TV show kind of thing. It wasn't just a concert that was streamed live or something like that.
That is very cool. I can only imagine. I'm sure that the studio audience was just in love with it.
Oh, I'm sure. That's really, really cool stuff. And obviously, Joe Pesci. Great.
Legend in his own.
Great. Can't forget him for all the different works he's done as an actor. Definitely a very, very iconic personality.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, we were just talking about how it's absolutely insane that I have not seen Goodfellas yet.
Yes, you need to see it. We reference
Yes.
it all the time on air. Me and Will talk about it all the time on air.
It's one of Will's like favorite movies.
Oh, for sure is one of his favorite movies.
Yeah.
I'm still very surprised though that that's like the iconic movie for him and Joe Pesci. I was like,
There was a whole argument that happened about what would be the first work of Joe Pesci that you remember when you hear his name. And for the majority of people nowadays, it is Home Alone. But if you tell that to Will, he takes offense that Goodfellas does not come to your mind first.
yeah, and I was like, no, obviously it's the majority of the world. It's got to be Home Alone. As
Yeah,
as
that would
Home
be
Alone,
mine first, but that's also just because it's only his only notable work I've seen.
And Home Alone is like one of those movies that it doesn't matter like how great of an acting job you did in any other movie. Like he's been a way better actor in a lot of other movies than Home Alone. But,
I'm sure.
But Home Alone, there's so many different families that watch that every single year on the dot,
Yeah, annually.
every single Christmas time, and so that's got to be his most watched work.
Yeah, I would have to agree, especially nowadays.
So cool stuff. Joe Pesci being the host, Bruce Springsteen first live performance on network TV.
Very
Really cool stuff. Next up in 2014, I thought this was really interesting. Hunter Hayes. I'm not familiar with his work,
He's a country singer.
but he's a multi-genre singer. Fun fact.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I don't listen to him.
I
but
only know
think-
because I recently looked him up on Google. Hunter Hayes, he breaks the record for most concerts performed in different cities in a single day, where he plays 10 shows in 24 hours.
All right, we got a winner, though. We got Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
All right, over at Joanne's Sports Bar 2, taking home that, what was it? It was the minor prize, $447.75. Tack on that Musco prize of $111.80. Combine that up, and that's going in your pocket. Nicely done. That was game number 18.
Yeah, now you guys are going to play game number 19. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for a great game number 20.
See ya.
It was good as well as Willie over at Hadley Community Center took home $6,727. We also had Brother Nate over at Chart House taking home $854. Also winning on Saturday, we had MB Wins over at Sergeant Pepper's taking home $839. $991 went out to Donuts Bag over at VFW Crystal. P&J over at Broadway Pizza Blaine took home the final jackpot on Saturday of $1,444.
Oh, yeah, but starting off our Sunday, we had Tab over at VFW Spring Lake Park able to take home $695 home. Next up was Taylor over at Croft Pub and Grub, taking home $725. And actually splitting that up with Brother Nate over at Chart House, also taking home $725.
Nice.
Ending off our Saturday and our very successful weekend, we had Bobbert over at Harbor Barn Restaurant taking home our largest jackpot of the weekend, taking home a whopping $11,622 home.
Well, those are some really great prizes.
Oh, yeah. So just remember that when you guys are playing pilot games, your community wins.
Hey guys, and we love Twins Bingo. That runs from 12 to 1 every single day. It's a super fun game. You also earn points while you're playing that game towards the Twiking Zone.
Oh, yeah, and these standings have been crazy. In 10th place, we got Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon with 94,000 points. 9th place, we got Bryce over at Atomic Star Tavern with 95,000 points. 8th place, we got Pooh over at Brian's Bar and Grill with 99,000 points. In 7th place is Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's with 117,000 points. In 6th place, we got Yo-Yo over at Riverside Store and Tavern with 119,000 points. 5th place is Bobo over at Corner Bar and Goodhue with 124,000 points. 4th place is GTZ over at Sal's Bar and Grill with 130,000 points. With 148,000 points, in 3rd place is Sinbob over at Corky's Bar South Haven. 2nd place is Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 152,000 points. And in 1st place is Scrub Eye over at American Legion Fridley with 205,000 points.
Oh,
Well, good job to all of those players killing it. Let's get straight into these location standings. In 10th place in the Twiking Zone, we got Main Street Pub in Kimball with 155,000 points. With 158,000 points in 9th place, we got Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 8th place is VFW Blaine with 171,000 points. With 223,000 points in 7th place, we got our place on 3rd in Faribault. 6th place is Steve O's in Crystal with 232,000 points. with 267,000 points. In 5th place, we got Corner Bar and Goodhue. 4th place is Eagles Rochester with 273,000 points. With 317,000 points. Yeah, getting that 300,000 point cup started off right. In 3rd place, we got American Legion Fridley. And as quickly as it starts, it ends. Because in 2nd place, we get into the 400,000 point club with 411,000 points. We got Corky's Bar South Haven. And the next location, the number 1 location, you skip over the 500,000 point club and go straight into the 600,000 point club. Because with 677,000 points. In 1st place is VFW Spring Lake Park.
Oh yeah, and if you want to earn points in these crazy standings, make sure you guys are coming out for Twins Bingo from 12 to 1. Hey guys, we have 2 PGL nights a week with MegaSota game night on Tuesday and Wild Wednesday on Wednesday, and you guys take home a ton of cash and PGL points on those nights.
Oh yeah, and those players that have been earning points all season long. In 10th place, we got Big Pimpin' over at the Alibi Gilbert, the only player outside the 1 million point club with 978,000 points. With 1,029,000 points. In 9th place, we got Nixon at VFW Roseville. 8th place is Ted over at the Sunshine Depot with 1,041,000 points. With 1,085,000 points in 7th place, we got a big-time player, Sarah Honey at VFW Austin. 6th place is Reyes22 over at American Legion Morristown with 1,088,000 points. With 1,142,000 points in 5th place, we got Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill. 4th place is Forget You D at Eagles Austin with 1,278,000 points. With 1,682,000 points in 3rd place, we got Big Dog over at Rustic Saloon. 2nd place is Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 1,731,000 points. And then the number 1 player who is closing in on the 2 million point club with 1,929,000 points. It's Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post.
Oh yeah, good job to all of our players in those standings, but on to the locations that they're playing at. In 10th place, we got Neighbors Pub Dover with 3,556,000 points. With 3,683,000 points. In 9th place is Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato. In 8th place, we got Poppers in Virginia with 3,702,000 points. In 7th place is VFW Northfield with 3,901,000 points. In 6th place, we got Leo Sports Bar in Mazeppa with 3,935,000 points, just shy of the 4 million point club. In 5th place, starting off that 4 million point club, is Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter with 4,334,000 points. With 4,645,000 points. In 4th place is American Legion Cleveland. In 3rd place, we got Neeson's Gaylord with 4,842,000 points. And next up, kicking off our 5 million point club, it's 2nd place Billy's Rockford with 5,795,000 points.
Yeah, super crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, but kicking off our 6 million point club, we got 1st place Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake with a commanding lead with 6,154,000 points.
Yeah, what a great point total for that location. Absolutely killing it so far in this season. And you guys can be out there killing it during our PGL nights. All you guys got to do is come out Tuesday at 6:40 every single Tuesday, and Wednesday. That runs from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. Make sure you're signed up at pgl.world before you come out here and play so you can earn some points and maybe get into one of these great top 10s.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot game.
Hey guys, and we are back for a little bit more Jackpot Hunter action. 30 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 20. When we got off, we had just given out a jackpot though. We'd given it out to Stiv over at Jonah's Sports Bar, taking home a whopping total of $559. Really good stuff, as well as a really good win just in the last game, game number 19, Fred X over at Beer Stoop Inver Grove Heights, who took home $28.60. But keep on getting enrolled into these games, as we are still trying to give out some great prizes. If we can give it out in 52 balls or less, we'll be giving out a huge prize, because we'll be giving out the major and minor jackpot, which would be
Absolutely.
super exciting. But we're also going to be giving out prizes during our PGL nights, which happen Tuesday night and Wednesday night. And if you want to earn points during those nights for our PGL standings, you got to be signed up at pgl.world. Not only can you earn points, though, you can also get insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has so much great information in it. You can also use that sign up to get into our Player Connect app, which is super useful. And you also get highlighted in our new member spotlight. I mean, so many layers to this cake.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm only seeing benefits all around. And we love showcasing all of the new players who sign up. And so we're going to do just that, as we had M. Bree 1331 signing up, Snazza, Mr. Sparky, Shorty 12, Boo Hoo, Tommy 1979, Swan Pond, Kiki, Scotty Tuhati, as well as Sumna.
Yeah, definitely some good names out there. My new favorite name for this week is going to be Schnazza.
Schnazza.
Yeah, Scotty
I like
Too Hottie was my favorite last week, as it updated last week, and so I'm gonna switch it for this week. It's gonna be Schnazza.
All right, I like it.
Yeah, you know, you gotta be a little Schnazza.
I think mine might be Swan Pond.
Swan Pond?
Yeah.
Wasn't that your favorite last week?
No.
What was your favorite last week?
I honestly couldn't tell you. Maybe Mr. Sparky.
Definitely some great names out there to choose from, so I wouldn't blame you from choosing any of those great player names, as we have, though, in this game number, what are we in?
20
20
already.
Already. 50 balls dropped in this one. One more to go to see if we can give out this jackpot. Doesn't look like it's happening. We're moving on to a $35.60 must-go prizes. A bunch of people are 7 balls away. And we got a little bit of player standings action in the PGL standings.
Absolutely. So we're going to jump right in, as in 10th place, getting pushed back from 9th last week. It's Ted over at the Sunshine Depot, sitting with 1,041,000. Jumping in from unranked into 9th place, though, we had OE50 over at Stanchion Bar, sitting with 1,048,000 points. But we do have a winner before we go even further.
Ooh, SAR over at Double Wide New Market, taking home that $35.60 must-go prize. Good job, SAR or SAR.
Nicely done. But those were the only shakeups that happened in our PGL standings last week. But I'll keep on going. In 8th place, we have Nixon over at VFW Roseville, sitting with 1,085,000. 7th place is Reyes 22 over at the Old Town Tavern, sitting with 1,140,000. With 1,145,000 in 6th place, we got big-time player Sarah Honey at VFW Austin. 5th place is Brizo at the Underground Bar and Grill, sitting with 1,211,000. 4th place is Forget UD over at Eagles Austin, sitting with 1,328,000. But with 1,742,000 in 3rd place, we got Big Dog over at Rustic Saloon. Next up in 2nd place, it's Keith over at Billy's Rockford, sitting with 1,875,000. Then in 1st place, it is Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post, sitting with 2,082,000.
Yeah, good job to all those players. Location side of these standings, 10th place, we got Neighbors Pub Dover with 3,835,000 points. With 3,838,000 points in 9th place, we got Atomic Star Tavern of Mankato. 8th place is Leo Sports Bar in Mazeppa with 4,147,000 points. They actually got bumped back from 6th into 8th. Staying put in 7th place, though, we got VFW Northfield with 4,148,000 points. Moving from 8th place all the way to 6th place, we got Poppers in Virginia with 4,271,000 points. With 4,781,000 points in 5th place, we got Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter. 4th place, getting bumped back from 3rd, we got American Legion Cleveland with 4,897,000 points. Moving up from 4th into 3rd, we got Neeson's Gaylord with 4,939,000 points. With 6,154,000 points in 2nd place, we got Billy's Rockford, and it's a close race, but it's the only two in a race for 1st place. In 1st place, we got Third Rail Bar Grill in Big Lake with 6,361,000 points. Still a 200,000 point gap between them and Billy's Rockford, but they're the only players that are even close to the 6 million point club.
Absolutely, but you guys know the drill. That can be made up in a single PGL night. So if you guys plan on coming out tomorrow night or Wednesday, make sure you sign up at pgl.world and go to the specific location that you guys want to help in these standings.
Well, what is the specialty night called on Wednesday?
Oh, that would be a Wild Wednesday, my friend.
Oh, yeah, and that's because we partnered up with the Minnesota Wild. Created a great ETAB game. Let's go Wild. Definitely try that one out. But also come out for our Wild Wednesday as we hop into the ice studio, play a bunch of great PGL games, and also talk about the best things about our Wild. And one of our favorite things about our Wild is that they're in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Absolutely.
And right now, They are in an intense series right now, tied 2-2. And we just came off of a loss, but we are coming back to home ice, and we'll talk a little bit about it. But in that just last game, we had Binnington made 28 saves, and the Blues beat the Minnesota Wild 5-2 on Sunday to even the best of 7 Western Conference Series, a 2-game apiece. Kirill Kaprizov and Matt Brody scored for Minnesota Wild. Marc-Andre Fleury actually made one more save than Binnington with 29 saves during the game, but with the amount of shots on goal that we had, they were able to score five into the net. But Game 5 will be played in St. Paul, Minnesota, which is a huge win for us.
Absolutely.
You know, hopefully we can get that lead tomorrow, 3-2. But even in Game 6, we'll have to head back to St. Louis on Thursday.
All right, but tomorrow when they do take the ice in St. Paul, they're going to be going up against those Blues yet again at 8:30 for you guys, so be in the know about that.
I'm super excited to see our Wild. If we can get that 3-2 lead, that's a very good
Huge implications.
This is kind of one of those games. I said it when
Like do or die.
I said it when the Timberwolves series was tied 2-2.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the game that decides it. Whoever wins that third game to go up 3-2 is the one that usually wins the series, because it's so tough to win 2 games in a row in any kind of professional sports playoff series. And so I'm gonna go with whoever wins this game wins the series, and I'm just hoping that it's our Wild that end up getting the win. And then if they don't get the win, I'm gonna change my tone and say they're gonna beat the odds and win 2 in a row. So I guess don't listen to what I have to say for everything that's worth, I guess. But our Wild, definitely support them. Play Let's Go Wild as well as come out for our Wild Wednesday, as they need a little bit of luck in these Stanley playoffs.
Absolutely, but we do have a winner. Winning at American Legion St. Michael's, taking home that $24.80 must-go prize in this game number 21 already.
Yeah, now we're getting rolled into the final 2 games of Jackpot Hunter. Game number 22 on the docket, and that minor prize is clicking up from 52 to 56.
Absolutely, but we do have a fishing report done for you guys, and this is, what is it, Ellie?
Yeah, the Ellie area.
All right, I want to make sure I was pronouncing it correctly. I remember this from our hard-to-pronounce Minnesota town names, but I didn't.
It could be Ely.
Ely. I think that might be it. Either way, it is done in the Ely area by Outdoors Weekly. This was updated on the 4th of May, and the shorelines are open and the ice is melting. Current areas are flowing now, and that should open up these lakes. We are looking forward to that season opener. That's going to be taking place on May 14th for you guys, and so just about a week away. And so definitely be ready for that, and I know you guys are counting down the days.
Yeah, I'm looking up Ely, Minnesota's pronunciation. Yes, it is Ely.
All right.
Yeah, so you figured it out better than I did. I was going to just say Ellie. But we're super excited for that opener. Obviously, 79 degrees over where we were checking out in Minnesota during our Cup of Joe. That ice should be melting, especially with the rain coming down. That should just break up the ice a little bit more.
Absolutely.
And super excited for you guys to get out on the ice, and get out on the water and tell us what the fishing is like. But just like how I want you to check in with your fishing reports, your own little fishing reports, I want you guys to check in when you win big jackpots, great wins, having great fun playing pilot games. And the best way to check in is with a player pick. You can see them right here, some great player picks and great examples of how to send those things in. You could just be having fun by yourself, maybe with a bunch of friends having a good time playing pilot games with your favorite bartender, or winning the great jackpot holding it next to your face. All of them are worthwhile moments to send in to us, and you can share those pictures on Facebook, or by emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com, or by posting them onto any of your social medias with the hashtag pilotgames, and we should be able to find those and show them off as well.
Absolutely. We love seeing all of the amazing player pictures you guys have, and look at that one, those smiling faces there with your best buddies, taking home a jackpot as well. It can't get better than that. Got a brew in hand. We'd love to see it.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. As we only got 19 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 22, and while we're getting enrolled and getting the first few balls dropped, we have a little bit of Vikings news to get into, as PFF connects 2 remaining high-profile free agents to the Vikings. PFF has published a piece that speculates that the best remaining free agents will end up with the Vikings will end up, and our Vikings weren't shut out. It wasn't a prediction, but the Vikings weren't shut out. According to Brad Spielberg, the plausible Minnesota is a landing spot for Hakeem Hicks and J.C. Treader. Take a look at the rationale for the veteran center.
All right, for the Miami Dolphins or Minnesota Vikings, Treader would represent a significant upgrade at that center position. Treader's 83.7 pass blocking grade in 2021, his 7th straight season finishing above 80.0, was almost 30 points better than Miami's center for that season and over 40 points better for Minnesota's. While he is not a prolific as a run blocker, he's proven to be an above-average run blocker in an outside zone rushing attack, which both Miami as well as Minnesota are expecting to utilize in the 2022 season.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect fit. It's a fit made in heaven, as some people like to say.
I mean,
getting a guy that is as elite of a pass blocker from the middle. I mean, where does Kirk Cousins need to be protected from getting that rush from up the middle? I think he's excellent at stepping up in the pocket, but getting the rush up the middle, he's not athletic to get outside the pocket. And so having a solidified center is huge for Kirk Cousins to be one of the top passers in the NFL and for us to win a bunch of games like we want to. I think he is the perfect addition for this team. As he also talking about, I didn't know this about him, above average run blocker in outside run schemes, which I think will be a huge calling card for Kevin O'Connell taking over that offense for our Vikings.
All right. So, but this guy is looking to either be traded to the Miami Dolphins or to us.
Free agent. He's a free agent and can just get signed anywhere.
Okay.
He's the guy that his dad liked the tweet.
There was
that was saying,
like this tweet if he's going to be going to the Vikings.
Yes, exactly. And he liked a bunch of tweets about him going to the Vikings kind of thing.
I see. Kind of plotting the seeds.
So I'm hoping.
The rumor around the goss mill.
Yeah. The other person is veteran D tackle. As a run defender and pass rusher, Hicks has an extremely high floor. Over 6 seasons with the Chicago Bears, he has earned both run defense and pass rushing grades over 65 and better in every year except an injury-plagued 2019 campaign.
All right, but we do have some winners as we got Funk as well as CLMAB, both splitting up that must-go prize of $26.40. Nicely done, guys. We're about to begin enrolled in our final game of Jackpot Hunter.
Yeah, and just in 2018, he had a career best overall grade of 91.7. He is a phenomenal D tackle that would just clog up the middle, do exactly what we need out of him. And I think he'd be a great addition. But I don't know if we could sign him without with signing J.C. Treader. And so if I had to pick one, I'd definitely pick J.C. Treader, as I want to solidify that offensive line, because I think that is the huge thing for this coaching staff to be really successful. And especially as the NFL is an offensive league, it's moved away from defensive win championships. It's the most explosive offense makes the playoffs, and so maybe defense wins you championships once you get into the championship game, but offenses get you there.
All right. Well, we'll have to see how all of this plays out before the season kickstarts. But in the meantime, you can show some support for our Vikings by playing our awesome eTab game that we've teamed up with them for, Vikings Victory. It's a tried and true eTab game that we all know and love. And you can pick a lucky letter in that skull bonus round and try and win some big prizes.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of big prizes, we're going to be trying to give out that $180 minor jackpot in this game in 56 balls or less. Should be some really good stuff, but might as well hit it in 52 balls or less, and we'll also give out that major prize of $19,142.
Absolutely, but you guys have been playing these games of Jackpot Hunter for the last 2 hours, and while you guys are playing, you're not only taking home some cash, you're also taking home some points to try and compete with this top 10 in our Jackpot Hunter standings.
Yeah, in 10th place, we got Dove, Poppies of Andover with 40,000 points. With 46,000 points in 9th place, we got Crazy Kid over the Tasty Pizza Hanger, 45. 8th place is Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon with 52,000 points. With 58,000 points in 7th place, we got 2A Girl over at Jimmy G's Bar. 6th place is Brother Nat over at the Chart House with 59,000 points. 60,000 points for Kimmy in Nisawa Legion in 5th place. 4th place is Kev over at the Deer Stand with 61,000 points. With 83,000 points in 3rd place, we got Not Lucky at American Legion Fridley. 2nd place is Bold at Corner Bar and Goodhue with 116,000 points. And with 143,000 points in 1st place, we got Bobo at Corner Bar and Goodhue.
Absolutely, but I'm going to jump right into these location standings in 10th 10th place, we got American Legion Fridley sitting with 81,000 points. With 83,000 points in 9th place, we got Billy's Rockford. 8th place is Shady's Railside and Rice sitting with 84,000 points. With 85,000 points in 7th place, jumping up from 10th, it is Riverboat Depot in Sartell. 6th place is Tatesy Pizza Hanger 45 in Hilltop sitting with 86,000 points. They are all neck and neck all the way up to that standings. Now getting a little bit of a gap separating them. In 5th place, we got Gas Can Bar and Grill in Brainerd sitting with 93,000. With 114,000 in 4th place, we got Concordia Lanes in New Ulm. 3rd place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 173,000. With 204,000 points in 2nd place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park. And in 1st place, a whopping accumulation of 374,000 points, sits with Corner Bar in Goodhue, sitting pretty in 1st place.
Yeah, good job to all those locations. To talk a little bit more about our Vikings, just had a really cool fact that passed by my timeline during today, and I forgot to bring it up while we were talking about our Vikings. Was so what do you think is just asking your opinion? What's more important in football? The speed to be able to go from 100 yards, or the speed to be able to go 10 yards?
Probably 10 yards because it comes more into play more often than trying to get that long run pass.
The full field of 100 yards.
Probably short round dashes.
Yes, that's for sure. That's for sure the case.
It seems most logical.
Yeah, most NFL plays happen within 10
short
yards.
Distances,
like that's usually you don't move over that 10 yards. Well, Lewisine, our first round draft pick, actually ran the fastest safety 10-yard split in his 40 time ever.
Really?
Like he's tied for the fastest 10-yard split in safety history.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so he is a freakazoid athlete. I did not realize the kind of explosiveness that guy had from the 0 to 10, and he ended up still running a I think 4.440, and so he can fly around the field.
Yeah, but we do have our final winner as Diane K over at Vic's Bar and Grill in Moorhead is taking home that must-go prize of $41 on this final game of Jackpot Hunter. But we have one final game of Lucky 4 Bingo for you guys before we get off air and you guys jump into that Skull Bingo.
Ooh, love that Skull Bingo. But while you guys are getting into this little bit of Lucky 4 Bingo, we got some celebrity birthdays to get into. Born in 1870, we got Harry Vardon, Jersey golfer. He was the 6-time British Open champion. Also won the U.S. Open in 1900.
Very cool. Happy birthday, Harry. Also on this day in 1873, Howard Carter was born, the British archaeologist and Egyptologist who found King Tutankhamun's tomb.
Yeah, what a cool, I mean, one of the most amazing discoveries.
I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, absolutely
oh my gosh.
Ridiculous.
That's incredible.
King Tut. That's really, really cool. Happy birthday, Howard Carter.
An impressive man.
Next up, born in 1918, we got Mike Wallace, an American journalist and media personality, did Biography and 60 Minutes.
All right. Well, happy birthday, Mike. Also on this day in 1936, Glenda Jackson was born. She's an English actress known for Woman in Love.
Yeah, I would like to know a little bit more about Glenda Jackson, as I didn't recognize her, but she seemed like a big personality. Yeah, she was also a politician. She won an Academy Award for Best Actress twice for her roles in
For Women in Love.
Yeah, Women in Love, and again for her role in the romantic comedy, A Torch of Class.
A Touch of Class.
Oh, A Touch of Class. Oops, read
Nicely
that wrong.
done. She's 86 years old today.
Oh, well, happy birthday, Glenda Jackson.
Absolutely. Next up, a well-known one in 1949. Born on this day, it was Billy Joel himself, American rock singer, songwriter, and piano player, known for Piano Man, Just the Way You Are, and Captain Jack.
And so many more.
Oh my gosh,
so many more. Billy Joel, a really, really accomplished artist that we don't even need to talk about all of his different accomplishments for you guys to know. I mean, one of the biggest musicians of all time.
Absolutely.
Happy birthday, Billy Joel. Next up, born in 1962, we got John Corbett, American actor, was in Northern Exposure, Sex and the City, and is in My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
He is my favorite love interest in Sex and the City.
Really?
Yes, it's very funny. She's got two main ones that are like her real, true love interest, and he is the one that I love, and then my mom likes the kind of the dysfunctional other one that she ends up with.
Yes,
It's
yes.
very funny.
I always find it so weird that it's Sex and the City, not Sex in the City.
Yeah.
I've always said it the other way.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I just kind of say whatever comes out.
I think you just said.
Sex in the City.
Yeah.
I mean, it
first
slips
time.
out the tongue, so I
Yeah.
mean, if I did, I'm not
Well,
surprised.
happy birthday, John Corbett. And then we have one final celebrity birthday. Born in 1965, Steve Yzerman. Canadian
Yzerman.
Hockey Hall of Fame forward, won Olympic gold in 2002, and played for the Detroit Red Wings.
Very cool. Happy birthday to everybody's celebrity birthdays, as well as you guys out there. If it's your birthday as well, happy birthday.
But we're working on a must-go prize of $6 in this final game. We'll see if anybody can win it. Some movies released on today: in 1980, Friday the 13th, 2003, Daddy Daycare,
Good
and
one.
in 2014, Neighbors.
Those are some great movies released on this day.
Yeah, definitely some interesting stuff.
But we do have a winner, and so we want to go over our biggest player. But before we do that, Diane K is taking home that $6 prize over at Vic's Bar and Grill Moorhead. Your lucky numbers are 8, 11, 65, and I missed that last one.
Well, good job to that final winner. And we got a player spotlight to go over, as our biggest jackpot winner over the weekend was Funky Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, taking home $4,201. And Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards supports a great charity.
Absolutely. They support the Competition Cheer Spirit Booster Club. The Competition Cheer Spirit Booster Club supports and promotes competitive cheerleading in the communities of Coon Rapids and aspires to expand into the surrounding suburbs.
Well, we love youth sports and the support of those sports, and so make sure you guys are out there supporting whatever charity that your location supports. And remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
Have a good one, guys.
And a fifth place tie is actually happening with Kimmy at Nisula Legion tied up with Brother Nat at the Chart House. They both have 59,000 points. In fourth place, we got Kev over at the Deer Stand with 61,000 points. With 83,000 points in third place, we got Not Lucky at American Legion Fridley. Second place is Bowl at Corner Bar and Goodhue with 115,000 points. And then that number one player that is always dominating these Jackpot Hunter games, it's Bobo at Corner Bar and Goodhue with 141,000 points.
Oh, yeah, good job to all those players in those standings. But on to the locations they're playing at. In 10th place, we got Riverboat Depot in Sartell with 73,000 points. In 9th place is American Legion Fridley with 78,000 points. Shortly ahead with 80,000 points. In 8th place is Shady's Railside in Rice with 83,000 points. In 7th place is Billy's Rockford. In 6th place is Gaskin Bar and Grill in Brainerd with 85,000 points. Shortly ahead in 5th place is Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop with 86,000 points. Kicking off our 100,000 point club in 4th place is Concordia Lanes in New Ulm with 107,000 points. In 3rd place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 169,000 points. And in 2nd place is VFW Spring Lake Park with 188,000 points. And with a commanding lead in 1st place, holding on to their 1st place spot for a while now, we got Corner Bar and Goodhue with 371,000 points.
Well, what crazy point totals that have already been accumulated in this season. We're trying to set records in this season. Location-wise, we've already set record for the 1st place spot, and it just keeps on growing. So make sure you guys are coming out for those 23 games of Jackpot Hunter that run from 4 all the way till 6. There it is. 53 balls.
we're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talking his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson!
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.